Scuderia Ferrari arrives at the Monza circuit, which will host the 16th round of the 2024 Formula One season, with one goal in mind: to give their all in front of the home crowd and try to secure the race victory. This is the aim for a team fully intent on making a qualitative leap forward. Something strange happened last weekend in the Netherlands at the 4.259-kilometer Circuit Zandvoort. In qualifying, the Maranello team delivered an inconsistent performance. Even Carlos Sainz made this known in his post-qualifying interviews. Then, somewhat unexpectedly during the race, the SF-24 single-seaters showed their pride and decided to go fast, much faster than anyone could have predicted. On Sunday, excellent tire management allowed the two Ferrari drivers to maintain an incredible pace, nearly on par with the Red Bull driven by the three-time Formula One world champion. Charles Leclerc made it to the podium, and Carlos Sainz climbed back up to fifth place. At the end of the race, neither of the two Ferrari drivers could actually explain why. The analysis began on Sunday morning. The causes of these varying performances are rooted in tire management. Achieving maximum grip was not possible because the tire's warm-up process was not properly completed. The tires lacked temperature and the grip wasn't what was needed. This problem needs to be corrected. It's an issue with the SF-24 single-seater that has negatively impacted many qualifying laps. Loic Serra has been working on this for some time. The Frenchman is an expert in aeromechanical interaction in Formula One cars and was key to Mercedes' success during the early years of the turbo-hybrid era. Together with him, Ferrari has been studying the suspension setup of the car to impart characteristics that could improve things while waiting for a radical change in kinematics for next season. Ferrari knows what it wants. In the last two editions of the Italian Grand Prix, the team secured 2 pole positions. However, on Sunday, the race pace was never strong enough to fight for victory. For this reason, the approach to this year's race weekend is intended to be different. Qualifying will still be important, but Ferrari's technical department is determined to find the right setup to fight for victory until the end of the race. There is a lot of optimism. Team principal Frederic Vasseur made no secret of this in his remarks leading up to the weekend in front of the home fans. Technically, Monza is a unique circuit on the Formula One calendar, with characteristics that set it apart from other racing circuits and pose particular challenges. This makes the Italian Grand Prix a place where the cards can easily be reshuffled, especially for Ferrari. In the last championship round, the two SF-24 cars showed very positive signs, which, however, should not be interpreted as a concrete step forward. The Maranello team is making every effort to better understand the car and achieve the long-awaited step forward. This refers to a gradual improvement in performance. Some aerodynamic updates aimed at solving evident problems will arrive this weekend. A new aerodynamic package will indeed be introduced. Although it was mainly supposed to be the usual track adaptation, in reality, other important upgrades will also be present. There is talk of changes to the car's floor as well. It remains to be seen whether this is yet another patch, while waiting for a major overhaul of all components, or if the team has accelerated development so much that they are arriving at Monza with already planned innovations. A new floor should indeed be installed, which should solve the problem of bouncing, a major issue for the Maranello team since the Spanish Grand Prix at the Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona, preventing the SF-24 car from delivering its maximum performance, thus providing significant aerodynamic load in medium high-speed corners. The rest of the front and rear wing specifications we will see will be the low downforce versions, based on the configuration used at Spa-Francorchamps. There is talk of an extremely low downforce rear wing, similar to the one brought last year, combined with a front wing with the final flap reduced in its chord. Last year, the SF-23 performed well in Italy. Therefore, a similar adaptation is expected, especially since the roots of the SF-24 and its predecessor are the same. Ferrari suffers less on circuits that require a lower aerodynamic compromise. On tracks where there is a greater alternation between straights and corners, more efficiency is needed. This is an area where Ferrari has made progress, but it is still not on the level of rival teams like McLaren and Red Bull. It will be important to understand how the SF-24 will behave with a forward center of pressure, given that the rear wings will be very unloaded. Ferrari struggles to find a balance between high and low speed. At the Monza circuit, with its long straights, the Italian side will aim to prioritize top speed at the expense of cornering grip. Other teams might adopt very different setups. However, as we also saw in the Netherlands, managing to make a lower downforce setup work offers a great advantage, especially in straight-line performance during the race. The big unknown remains the tires, a key aspect of this 2024 Formula One championship. The tires are very sensitive to how they are activated, and a few degrees of difference in the operating range can make a huge difference. Monza will have a new track surface, which becomes another crucial factor that many drivers mentioned after the race in the Netherlands, already looking ahead to the next weekend. According to rumors, Ferrari has brought forward many components originally planned for the fall, attempting to go all in already at the Temple of Speed. In short, this weekend we can expect a significant step forward from Ferrari, which should be enough to remain competitive until the end of the 2024 Formula One Championship, even without further, at least not as significant, updates to the SF-24. Several circuits have been resurfaced only to offer a very different level of grip. For this reason, it will be quite necessary to adapt the car's setup accordingly. In this competitive context, simulations play a fundamental role. The teams that have done this type of work on the new track surface more accurately will, in fact, arrive on Friday with a significant advantage. The Scuderia Ferrari technicians and engineers believe they have done this perfectly, and, with the addition of the updates, they are aiming straight for the top in the Formula One Italian Grand Prix this weekend. The home event is always special for Ferrari, especially when arriving at Monza, with the crowd ready to wave the Maranello team's flags from the stands and on the straight at the end of the race. In recent years, Ferrari has dedicated a special livery to the Italian round, referencing historical events, anniversaries, or particular victories, especially incorporating Modena yellow, one of the colors in the history of the prancing horse, used also on the 499P, which won the prestigious 24 Hours of Le Mans. This year, for the Italian Grand Prix, Ferrari has decided to celebrate a material that has made history in Formula One, marking a crucial step in the construction of race cars, carbon fiber, known for its lightness and strength. In this way, carbon fiber has not only played a crucial role in performance, but also in safety. In 1982, Ferrari began reinforcing the aluminum chassis of the 126C2 with carbon fiber panels and designing the wings entirely in the new material. The following year, in mid-season, the 126C3 debuted, the first car with a carbon monocoque built at Maranello. Ferrari, along with some of its partners, has decided to celebrate this material at the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. For this reason, both SF-24 cars will have a small touch dedicated to the chosen theme. The numbers 16 and 55 of Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz on the bodywork will not be the usual white outlined in yellow, but will have a carbon look. This is a smaller change compared to other liveries seen in recent years, such as the one used in Miami this year with 2 shades of blue, limiting the change to just the race numbers. However, the accessories for this weekend, including suits, helmets, shoes, and glasses, all inspired by this material, will stand out more. For the Italian GP, both Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz will wear a special edition of their helmets. The red will give way to exposed carbon, showcasing its true nature, with the only other complementary color being yellow, which was already celebrated in previous years at Monza. The carbon look will also be on the drivers' race suits, as revealed yesterday, while the T-shirts will be in black and yellow.